Tonight, the NASCAR Truck Series returns to action for the first time in 2025, but there is some big news that just got dropped. Two bits of big news. One of them kind of came out of nowhere. The other one, it feels like annual tradition at this point, so it's not really that big of a shock. Let's talk about that one first. There's rain in the forecast at Daytona on Sunday. I'm so shocked. It's a yearly tradition, biggest race of the year. It's gotta rain. As a result of said rain chances, NASCAR has made the announcement that the Daytona 500 has been moved up, the start time at least. It was initially supposed to start around 2:30 p.m. on the East Coast local time in Daytona. Well, now it will start at approximately 1:30 p.m. That's the advertised time. As you guys all know, in American sports, usually 2:30 does not mean 2:30, so that really meant like 2:50. So the reason I say approximate is because they moved it up to 1:30. That might mean a hard 1:30 because of the rain chances. The rain chances do not look pretty on Sunday. I think it's like 3 to 6 or 7 p.m. is the best chance. So that's right smack dab in the middle of the race. So NASCAR, their rules are they have to give at least 24 hours notice before they move up the start time of a race by an hour or more. And because of the ugly looking chances of rain on Sunday afternoon, NASCAR ultimately made the decision, hey, let's try to get this thing in Sunday. And even if we don't, even if we have to pause for 4 or 5 hours in the afternoon for some rain, let's get as many laps in as we can so that we don't have to finish this race at 2 a.m. Like if they get 80 laps in before the race is over, before the rain shows up, I should say, rain shows up and they only have 120 to go versus, oh, it rains right before the green flag and now we have 200 laps to go. It just lessens the stress, I guess. Now, as a result of the race being moved up, that means pre-race activities have been moved up. Their time slates have been moved up, including the pre-race concert with Pitbull. Why am I bringing up the pre-race concert with Pitbull? Well, firstly, if you're going to the race, that concert's starting earlier now, first of all. Secondly, Pitbull is co-owner at Trackhouse. Or is he? Not anymore. That is right. Pitbull tweeted out today, kind of out of nowhere, the Friday before the Daytona 500, ending partnership with Trackhouse Racing. Over the past 5 years, we've made history by introducing NASCAR to a whole new audience and falling in love with NASCAR fans at the same time. We have made the decision to terminate the partnership with Trackhouse Racing, effective immediately. We're looking forward to performing on the sport's biggest stage this Sunday, the Daytona 500. It is a true honor, Dale, but that's Dale in Espanol. So then after the initial shock, everyone's like, whoa, where did this is so random. This is out of nowhere. Like Pitbull's been there since almost the beginning of Trackhouse. Took them about 30 minutes, but Trackhouse finally confirmed the news. Trackhouse made a statement and they said, we are honored and humbled that Pitbull has chosen to take this journey with Trackhouse. Thank you for all you've done and good luck on your next venture, Dale. Then Justin Marks, the founder and co-owner of Trackhouse, made a statement as well. He said, this is a great business story. Armando, Pitbull, his actual legal name, came in when we had no certainty of any material success and took a chance to help build a brand. Now that we've scaled up and have new partners, I'm assuming that's what that means, he's been able to be rewarded for the impact he's made. A great investment on both ends. Excited to see what he does next, Dale. Once again, this at least took me by surprise. Like out of nowhere, it's the Friday before Daytona. Like, when we see ownership changes, we see them happen in the offseason, right? The most recent example, what is now Hayek Motorsports, formerly JTG Doherty Racing, those rumors started in like March, April, May, and then finally it was announced that there was going to be ownership changes at JTG Doherty, and that was announced in what? September, October, and it was made into Hayek Motorsports in November. Like they announced the official new name of the team in November. So like heading into the off season, you know, prepping for 2025, give yourself a chance to build up hype, all that stuff. This is the Friday before Daytona, and I could be I'm an overthinker. I overthink every single detail of life, and I could be overthinking, but it's just the timing is extremely weird to me. Like if he announced it last Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, or even Saturday, like the week before the season, it's like, okay, like it's shocking for sure, but you know, okay, he gave a little bit of a notice, a week, but he gave some notice. But this is like, we're at the track, we've already done the duels, we've already done qualify. Just me. It's probably just me. And it's even weirder that less than 2 days ago, Trackhouse was tweeting GIFs of Pitbull, and now it's deleted, I think. I don't know. I could be overthinking once again. I would also like to point out that Trackhouse has been advertising a world tour like the whole off season as if it's a concert. And you know, Pitbull, singer, songwriter, does a world tour, does all that. So once again, I'm overthinking, but just bizarre. Trackhouse's website, as of right now, still has them listed as a partner. So the backstory is Justin Marks he builds up Trackhouse. He's the founder, co-owner of Trackhouse Racing. Daniel Suarez is their first driver back in 2021. And then it's announced that international superstar, singer, Grammy winner, Pitbull is going to be joining the team, that he's going to be a co-owner of the team, a partner in the team. And that was a really big deal. It's an international name, a massive name. We had just added Michael Jordan, and now we got Pitbull. Like, this is a huge deal for NASCAR. He's been a part of this team for, what's it been, 2021, 2022? This would have been year 5 for Pitbull at Trackhouse. And in these 4 years, we've seen Trackhouse go from a single car cup team to a 3-car cup team with a 4th part-time car for international drivers, a MotoGP team, and in the Daytona 500, we have 4 drivers with 4 different nationalities for Trackhouse. Ross Chastain, Florida man, United States of America. Daniel Suarez, Mexico. Elio Castroneves, Brazil. Shane Van Gisbergen, New Zealand. It's kind of a big deal that Trackhouse has evolved into this massive, almost a global, well, yeah, they are, because of MotoGP. They are a global brand at this point. They've really expanded their horizons, and Pitbull's been a part of it all. He's been, I'm sure, a huge financial help to Trackhouse. My next biggest question would be, you know, it's effective immediately. Like, so if he actually owns a stake in Trackhouse, my question would be, did Justin Marks just buy it off of him? Did the team buy it off of him? Like, I know there's an investment company that bought into the team last summer. In fact, someone brought up an old tweet from Justin Marks that said, like, there was lies in the media about Pitbull leaving Trackhouse. This is July 31st, 2024. I didn't even know this happened. I completely missed this. It was at 2:52 a.m. I completely missed this. I didn't know that was a thing. So, maybe this has been brewing. I don't know. I don't know if there's a backstory. Everyone released statements, which seems to make it look like it's a clean break, which is good. But my question is, what happens to what Pitbull owned, if he owned anything officially? So what happens there? Like, does Justin Marks, does he acquire Pitbull's part of the team? Did that, you know, private equity firm, whatever you want to call it, did they actually acquire Pitbull's stake and he just waited to officially get out, or till the hard deadline of when the contract was up? Like, I don't know. The next question is, does it affect any sponsorship? Did Pitbull, was he the primary reason for any sponsorship coming on board to Trackhouse? And will they opt to stay with Trackhouse? Will they opt to leave Trackhouse? I mean, that's a question we got to ask. Money makes this thing run, and we got to ask, do any sponsors drop out because Pitbull left? I mean, there could be quite a few aftershocks, in a sense, to Trackhouse if this is kind of a shock, as it is to me. But as I said, there were statements made by Trackhouse, statements made by Justin Marks. Seems like a clean breakup. But once again, just the timing of it, just a little bit odd to me. And then also just out of nowhere, like, really, truly. So we'll see what ends up happening, if there's any after effects of this actual departure of Pitbull from Trackhouse. But it seems like it was a clean breakup. Seems like he just wanted to go on, do different things. He got a return on his initial investment into the team, which is good for both sides. We'll see if this has any effects on the team. Sponsorship. Did he have a strong say in driver lineup, So we'll see what ends up happening at Trackhouse. If they bring in a new owner, I don't know. I have a lot of questions right now. As I said, this was kind of out of nowhere, but thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We got Daytona the rest of the weekend. Tonight we have Nash Trucks. It's Nash Truck Night in America, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, we have the Xfinity Series. Sunday, remember, the Daytona 500 start time has been moved up by an hour. It will start at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Probably going to rain at some point, so it could be a late night race, or at least the finish could be. I don't know. We'll see what decision ends up getting made or how it ends up going. Weather sometimes is unpredictable. Everyone stay safe. If you're at the track, stay dry and have fun.